Hey everybody, this is Brian with Bear Cards 34 coming back with another mail day video. I wanted to start off with this one right here. This is a Karl Malone Prizm variation from 2014. Anyway, I saw that on eBay for a few bucks and it looked really nice, so I ordered that. And anyway, I was going through my eBay purchases recently and noticed that that had never been delivered. And so I looked up the tracking and it said it was estimated to be delivered sometime in May, but it had never shown up as being delivered. And so I contacted the seller and let him know that it had never come through, and they refunded me the money, which was very thoughtful. However, the reason the card is here right now is that I also put out a little inquiry on social media on a page that my neighborhood has, just to ask if anybody had happened to pick up anything for me. And sure enough, someone let me know that actually, yes, they did, and they had forgotten. And so they brought it over, and sure enough, it was the Karl Malone card. So I contacted the seller to let them know just the same day, I think, that they refunded me the money, and let them know the story and asked if they could recharge me. And very thoughtfully of them, they said, you know what, I appreciate you being honest. Don't worry about it. Go ahead and keep the card free of charge. So I thought that was just very thoughtful. And so I decided I would go to their website and purchase a few things. Just, again, just little cards kind of in the same vein as the Karl Malone there. And so that's what these are right here. So they are taped together pretty well. Here, let me pause this and I'll take these stickers off. Okay, so I kind of showed a little bit of this one right here. This right here is a Gale Sayers 2014 certified camouflage, and it is numbered 106 out of 149. So very happy to be able to pick up that Gale Sayers card. And then in addition, I have the 2013-14 Adrian Dantley. This is just his base card, but really like the look of that card in his Utah Jazz uniform. And then this right here, this John Stockton, is a 2012-2013 past and present. It's an SP variation, and so happy to have that one as well. So I really appreciated the seller just giving me that card after the mail mix-up, so I just wanted to throw a little support their way, and happy to have those cards for my PC. And I will mention, I was able to pick up a pack of Prizm Hobby Basketball from, I think this is the Draft Picks version, yeah. So at the end of the video, I'll go ahead and rip that. I was just kind of looking for a spot to maybe do that, and since I got a few basketball cards, thought I might throw that in there as well. But I think this one's my favorite just because love Gale Sayers, having a nice little numbered card there. Okay, so sticking with non-football for just a moment here. This is one that just came in today that I was very excited about. So let me open this and then I'll explain the story behind getting this card. Actually, I might want to be a little careful there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I picked this up. Looks like Greg Morris cards. And the card I picked up is this right here, this 1965 Topps Sam McDowell. Sharp-looking card. A little off-center left to right, but the corners look fairly good, especially for that time of year, and I just think that's an awesome card there. So this is a story of what I love about this hobby and the YouTube community. So a good friend of mine who has a great channel, Terry over at TJ Maxx Vintage Cards, he did a showcase. It was on the 1968, the year of the pitcher, and he had a 1963 Topps PSA 7, which was Sam McDowell's first solo card. And anyway, he did a highlight of this player because he had a great year in '68. He's a six-time All-Star, part of Cleveland's Hall of Fame. And I will include a link to Terry's video from this Sam McDowell. Sudden Sam was his nickname. his video for that in the description. So please check that out. It's great. He'll be able to give you a lot better detail of Sam McDowell and his story. But anyway, I watched the video, and Terry talked about how Sam McDowell was a very talented pitcher, had a really promising career. Towards the end, though, he started struggling with drinking and was out of baseball, turned things around in a really big way. And it's actually, he had mentioned, and I looked into this as well, that the character of Sam Malone right here on Cheers, which was one of my favorite shows for many, many years, but the character of Sam Malone was actually inspired by Sam McDowell. And I just thought that was such a cool story that, that the character was based off of this guy right here. And I commented on that on Terry's channel, and he said, when I was doing the research, he noticed that Sam McDowell actually played in Salt Lake City for the Salt Lake Bees for AAA back in 1961, and it looks like a little bit in 62 as well. And so I just thought that was awesome. And anyway, before I had even known about him playing for the Salt Lake Bees, I had already put an offer in on eBay to get this card. So I went to eBay after watching Terry's video and searched for Sam McDowell cards, and this one came up, and it was in a bid, and it was about to close. I think there was 3 minutes left, and it was only at $3. And so anyway, I put in a bid, a maximum bid of $7 or $8, and a couple minutes later got notified that I won the card for $3.50. So very happy to add that to my collection, and I love stories like that. Just make a card extra meaningful. All right, next up is, so this looks like they threw in some extras, which is nice, and they appear to be the Emerald variation, Ryan Fitzpatrick anyway. Oh yeah, and Chase Young. Cool. So got some Washington football cards, Davis, and then Diami Brown. So the card that I bought was this one. If you guys follow my channel, you know that I PC Robert Turbin. He was a Utah State Aggie, same college I went to. I saw him play many, many games. Huge fan of his. I got to meet him for a second time and attend the Utah State University Hall of Fame ceremony induction. He and Bobby Wagner were inducted earlier this year. And so anyway, I put a bid in on this card, and it's his, rookie card from 2012. Rookie ticket auto, and I won this card for 99 cents, and so that's a great deal for me. And what was really cool is Robert Turbin, he was actually on the NFL Network all this past week as an analyst, so it was really cool to see him on TV kind of breaking things down. I thought he did a great job, and it was great to see him on TV. All right, next up. Okay, so this is one of those 2007 Topps Chrome white refractors that I've been working on. I'm trying to complete the entire Chicago Bears set. These are numbered out of 869, I believe, if I recall correctly. Yeah, 869. So this one right here, I just think these are really, really nice looking cards, and they're affordable. They're not too crazy. The Devin Hester, a little bit more. Greg Olson rookie will be a little bit more. But anyway, this is the postseason highlights. It's hard to read. 1-2 punch Bears running backs Thomas Jones and Cedric Benson carry Bears to the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, they lost that game to the Colts, but it was a great season. A lot of fun to watch them that year. A couple talented running backs right there. So happy to have that card for sure. All right, next up. Okay, so in keeping with the theme of 2007, this one right here is the Rex Grossman. So I'm definitely happy to include this one in the set. Rex Grossman was a guy who, in college at Florida, he was really, really good. The Bears drafted him in the first round. He kept getting injured, and for a few years, I just thought, man, this is the guy. He's the answer. And in fairness, the Bears got to the Super Bowl with him, which we hadn't done since 1985 and haven't done since. but he was not the quarterback that we were hoping for. But, you know, I still am a fan. I was really cheering him on, and it was a fun season having them make it to the Super Bowl. So, yeah, nice to have that card as well. So I'm getting ever closer. Hopefully we'll have that before the end of the year, the Bears team set. All right, next up is this card right here. So this is from 1999, just, you know, the end of his playing days. This is a Barry Sanders. This is the 1999 Leaf Rookies and Stars Greatest Hits, and I really like this this card quite a bit. And it's highlighted right here, 15,269 career rushing yards, and like it says here, numbered 2479 out of 2,500. So yeah, very happy to have that card. My second favorite player of all time, despite not being a Chicago Bear. But yeah, very happy to have that. All right, next up, so this right here is a Mike Anderson 2000 Upper Deck Encore rookie. These were numbered 729. This is numbered out of 2000. This one is individually numbered as 729. So Mike Anderson is a guy that I was a very big fan of. Still am, you know. So if you're a Broncos fan, you'll definitely remember Mike Anderson. Even, you know, if you're a fan of the NFL from this time period, you will probably also remember him because he had a couple very good years. So he is a University of Utah, a Utah Ute alum, and had an 8-year NFL career. And he was drafted in the sixth round by the Broncos that year. And I have one other mail day that I'll throw in now, because this is also a Mike Anderson card. All right. So this is a PSA rookie card, 2000 Bowman Chrome, Mint 9. So happy to have both of these in my collection. So 2000 was a year that I was not, you know, I was a big fan of cards that year, but I was not collecting at that time. So with Mike Anderson, he actually spent 4 years in the U.S. Marine Corps after high school. So he didn't even get into college until he was a little older. And he started in junior college in California. Then he came over to the Utes for 2 years where he was excellent. He was a teammate of future Hall of Famer Steve Smith Sr., and he was with Denver for 5 years, but his best year was his rookie season. He ended up rushing for 1,487 yards as a rookie. He was the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, and he had a game against the Saints where he ran for 250 yards and 4 touchdowns, and he's the only rookie in NFL history to have 3 games of over 175 rushing yards in a rookie season. He did have some injuries. They kind of slowed him down on and off. He missed all of 2004, but then he came back in 2005 and ran for another 1,000 yards. He also spent a couple years with Baltimore, and he averaged nearly 4.5 yards a carry for his career. So he was a very good running back, and I had a couple really excellent years, especially that rookie season. So I'm really happy to have a couple Mike Anderson cards to add to my collection. All right, so this will be the last one. This one right here is... this is a hint right here with the Pinnacle card. So I ripped a box of 1997 Pinnacle Action Packed, and one of the cards that you could get in the subset was these cards called Studs cards, and the odds of finding one were 1 in 167 packs. I certainly did not get one, but every single pack contained this Stud Protector card. I'm assuming there is not a Stud Protector card in here, although if there is, that'd be kind of cool. So I wasn't exactly sure. I didn't even know what that meant. I had never seen a Studs card, but here one is. So this is the Jerry Rice Action Packed Pinnacle from 97 Studs card. And if you notice there by his earring, I'll take it out of this so you can see it a little better. All right, there we go. So right here, if you can see that, there is a little diamond-like looking object right there on the card. So that's where the stud protector would fit in. Just in case you happen to get one, they'd include one in every pack so they all look the same. And that way the stud would not get damaged. And these cards, this is the promo card, so it's one of 1,500. So it's, you know, for the time, fairly limited. And I went through and looked at the checklist. I just really liked this one. I thought that would be a good one to add to the collection. And so, yeah. So if you watched my video and you're wondering what a studs card looked like, that right there is what it looks like. Alright, so last up, we're going to go ahead and rip this. We're looking for 3 red, white, and blue Prizms. And this is for the 2021 draft class. So my Utah Jazz this year for 2022 did not have a draft pick, but we traded Rudy Gobert, and we're certainly not going to have any problem with draft picks in the next few years, it appears. But we actually did get the Minnesota first-round pick this year, so we will be having a first-round rookie. So when the 2022 cards come out, that'll be nice. Joel Ayayi. Oh, Magic Johnson, that's cool. David Duke. Oh, there we go. Evan Mobley. Bradley Beal. Shaquille O'Neal. Usman Garuba, rookie. Michael Porter Jr. Steph Curry. Kai Jones, rookie. And Franz Wagner, rookie. I'm not sure where he is, but I'll check that out. And then a Kawhi Leonard widescreen. Very cool. All right, now for our bonus pack. Let's see how we do here. All right, we got an Anthony Davis. Some nice looking cards. Nice shine. Isaiah Jackson, rookie. Nice. And a Jalen Green rookie. Cool. All right, so there we go. There's my little basketball rip. It's been a while since I've done that. All right, well, everybody, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. So thanks again for watching. I'll be back with more videos in the near future. Feel free to like and subscribe. Everybody take care, and I'll talk to you guys later.